In this overview demo of our integration of a digital commerce and business management solution, we will show you how optimizely configured commerce and Acumatica can enable your customers to self-serve with a pre-built integration, all while automating repetitive and manual tasks for your internal team, things such as inventory and warehouse management, placing orders, or sending invoices, freeing up these individuals and your organization to be doing higher value revenue generating activities. It's oftentimes we hear customers feedback where they're using multiple systems and they're all disconnected and they're kind of unintentionally creating these information silos throughout their organization. It's really not uncommon to see non-cohesive steps added just to do some workarounds that have been used for years at organizations just because it's the way they like to get it done. Tim is in purchasing, he likes to get a post-it note on his desk from the warehouse manager for a purchasing request, or Sherry has to grab a file from one system, which she then has to do some extra data entry into the correct system to balance the flow of information. Ultimately, all this can lead to missed opportunities. It can lead to delays for your paying customers. And it just increases stress for employees because now they're thinking about things that really shouldn't be mind traffic for them on a day to day basis. Today, we're going to begin our demo inside Acumatica. We're not going to focus in detail too much on any one of the platforms, but we're going to really try to highlight the integration. So we're going to start by placing a sales order. And a lot of companies, we hear from customers, they'll say if they don't like placing orders online, they still have individuals at their organization that like to call in orders or email POs, etc. So we're going to try to highlight that first and how this can help support them. So we're going to start by making a new sales order for Alta A's. Open up that customer record, and we could simply go here and add a row. Let's say we're looking for a laptop. Here we can say the base price is 500, but you'll see here, if they ordered 3, we have some special pricing set aside, so the price goes to 475, and if they ordered 15, go down to 450. But let's take that one individual that perhaps likes to email their POs. So we're going to grab a PO. And then the next step is we're going to perform a simple mapping function. So the PO has its parts number, which is going to be our inventory ID. And then description of the part will be the line description. You'll see that PO is now loaded into the products that they would like to order. You can see our break pricing is still here at 475. Everything looks good. We are getting this one notification about inventory, but looks like we have 2 available. Inventory is highlighted down here. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go and look for shipping rates for this order. So it looks like FedEx Ground is going to be the cheapest way to go. It says we should probably use a large box based on the quantity that's being ordered and the weight of the products. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is create that shipment. Here, we're just going to confirm that a large box is necessary for the shipment. We'll do that. The line details looked good. We're going to go ahead and confirm that. All right, looks like the shipment is confirmed. We'll take note that the order number here is 6524, just so when we reference it later. We can also take a look here. Now that we've confirmed that, it has produced a tracking number. Next step is we're going to prepare the invoice. Now we're going to release that invoice. Everything looks good. And like I said, there is a quicker way, which I will show you, but I just want to go through all of the steps at first. But Acumatica has a really great quick process feature, which we'll use on the next order. So let's go take a look. You can see that sales order 6524 has been completed. Now we're going to hop over, and this kind of is where the self-service comes into play. We are going to log into our optimizely configured commerce store. The first screen here is the admin screen. Within this pre-built integration, there are scheduled refreshes for customer and product data, pricing, inventory, order and invoice history. Order submissions are processed in real time, and additional data calls could be depending on your needs. Because order history from Acumatica is a scheduled refresh, I will manually push it through. So we can go in here and see that job is running. Next, we'll take a look at the actual self-service aspect by logging in as the customer. Now, we hear from all the time from customers, and I'm definitely probably somebody that falls into this category. So, for example, the order we just placed, a typical process is after the tracking information, you'd receive it by email. Um, and I'm one of those people where a couple days will go by, I'll start thinking about that order I placed, and then I can't find the email. Well, this really makes it easy because with that integration, I can now go into my spot here, look at my order history, and I can find that sales order that I had called in and can actually grab the tracking number right off my portal. But that's one of the features of the self-service aspect. You can also look at invoices. You can set up lists for some of the products you're interested in. I also have the ability to come in here and just place a fresh order, and it knows my customer pricing. So you can see the 475 on that. And there's my 450 on the higher break for the laptops. But let's say I actually wanted to place a web order. I didn't want to call into the business. I wanted to go on. I'm that other individual at the organization that likes using the web. I have the ability to come on. I can see all of our history. So that includes the orders that come internally and the orders that are placed online. And now I can actually take an order and I could reorder. So I could grab this PO number that I had from the past. I can go on, see if, here's my break pricing. It's for 11 of those laptops. Now I can go through the checkout process. I could also add products if I wanted to this order. And we'll add in my new PO number, my credit card information. This also has the ability to do orders on terms if you have your customers set up that way, and place that order. Now what this is going to do is it's actually going to send that order back to Acumatica, and it really happens within seconds most times. Otherwise, it's within minutes, and it'll send it back to your team to quickly process it. So you can see my sales order number here, 6526. And if I hop back over into Acumatica, I can see 6526. It's already in my system. I can click on that order, and you'll see it's got the 11 laptops. Now, here's one of the interesting things with Acumatica that's really great at streamlining processes. I showed you before how I can go through all the steps of creating the shipment, confirming it, preparing the invoices. But here I can actually go up here and hit this quick process, and I can do everything that my business needs. I can even print the pick list for the warehouse manager. I can print all the labels. I can release the invoices, and I can go ahead and select that. And while that's working, it's just incredible what you can do with these systems now. So you can see everything that I went through earlier completely processed. Now, if we went back through, we could look at the sales order. You can see that it has completed. If you want to take a closer look at this integration more in detail, individually, we would be more than happy to set up a customized demo for you. Just please reach out. We love the products. We're really passionate about the work we do, and we'd love to talk with you about what your organization is looking to do and some of the things that you might be able to do if you really get creative. So thank you for your time and appreciate it, and look forward to hearing from you.